Yo, 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 what's good? It's your boy Coop de Jour, Coop de Jour 55, Coop de Jour. Make sure you follow my page. I'll have it in the link or something like that. But we're going to do something a little bit different today. So just rock with me. Today's video is really going to be about just sharing some knowledge, just sharing some things I got on top of my head. You know what I'm saying? And we're also going to discuss the market. So I got the chart on the screen right now. You should be able to see me in the bottom left, but we're not going to go over the charts right now. All right, I want to discuss a few things, right? Because a lot of people, it's 2025. A lot of people are looking for a way to make extra money. All right, people need to make extra money. Inflation's high, prices on things are high, gas is high, your baby food is high, your girlfriend's food is high, your wife's food is high, your kids want something, so you got to make some extra money. And these jobs ain't cutting it, right? Now we got companies out there making massive revenue, making a lot of money, right? But only the people at the top are getting that money. The people like you and I, we're not getting that money. Depending on what type of position you're in, you're going to get left behind. And you don't want to get left behind. You want to be, you want to be straight. You want to be able to enjoy life. All right. So what does that mean? Like I said in my last video, which was a month ago, I think I did that video, but you got to take risk. Okay. But before I go into ways that you can take risk, all right, I want to discuss a few things I've been meaning to drop. So this is going to be kind of a different video. We're going to talk about a few things I want to discuss in terms of, how to start how to start capitalizing on things, right? And also just things that I want to cover. All right, I think I said that already, but who cares? Because fuck it, we're going to do it live. That Bill O'Reilly. We'll do it live. But anyway, so over the weekend, or actually the other day, we had this meme coin, right? The Donald Trump coin that people were putting in like $1,000, turning into 200K. Went up still. I think it went up like 5,000%. All right. And the only way you can get access to these different coins, and don't mind the glare in the glasses. I got the ring light right here. But the only way you can get access to these different altcoins or meme coins or bitcoins, you got to go open up like a crypto wallet or a broker exchange that with like Coinbase, people that with the companies that deal with crypto, and that's how you get involved in that. But guess what? If you're just on the sidelines, just looking at everybody else make money and not actually taking the step forward to do something, you're going to get left behind. All right. So what I want you to do, I'm going to go over the market, the regular stock market. I'm not going to go over no crypto stuff. And again, just before I get into this video, this is for informational purposes only, educational purposes only. I'm not giving you advice or recommendations, but I am sharing some knowledge with you. All right. So remember that. And again, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Coop de Jour 55. All right. So a couple ways you can get involved in the market, right? So you go open up a brokerage account. Go to any brokerage you want. You can go to Schwab. You can go to JP Morgan. You can go to Fidelity. You can go to some of the Robinhood apps. There's different ways to do it. That's your job to go do that research, right? But I always tell people there's a lot of knowledge out there. Download Twitter and follow some of the big traders, follow some of the big investors, follow some of the social media influencers that are kind of on top of different trends that are picking up that you can capitalize on. You got a lot of people out there that talk about credit. Now, credit's a good thing to have. Credit's definitely a good thing to have because you can get access to capital that you don't have at a low cost. Say, for example, you go out there, you get a personal loan, $20,000, $25,000. They're probably going to charge you anywhere between, $400 to $600 a month, or $300 to $500 a month, something like that. And they'll extend it out for like maybe say 4 years, right? Now, granted, you're not going to, pay that for 4 years. Your whole objective is just to get the cash flow or get the cash they're giving you, right? To go invest it in some type of project that you can manage a risk on it, whether that be you have a friend that is doing some real estate business and he wants $25,000 or she wants $25,000 and they're promising you a certain return each month on the money you invested with them, and then you're going to get your capital back within a year. Well, that could work because when you look at the money that you're going to be bringing in to the payments you're going to be making while you're kind of borrowing that money from the personal loan, when it's all said and done, you could have granted the project goes right, of course. I mean, you wouldn't be investing it if you didn't have a high probability of believe it was going to go right. But you'll have a way to, kind of take advantage of what we call leverage, right? You're borrowing money, you're investing in a project. That project is going to pay you more than the cost of that capital, the cost of the money, and then you're going to get the return, pay off that loan that you took out, and now you got some extra money in your pocket that you wouldn't have had. But you can't do things like that if you don't have good credit, right? So we can go a whole different video about how to build credit. You know, I did do some credit card hacks, you know, in my 20s to now, which has allowed me to, you know, amass a good level of credit that I have access to and still maintain a credit score of over 700, over 750, right? So it's all about managing that stuff. But again, this video, before I go into the markets, I kind of want to share how, you know, these days, man, you got people just capitalizing on stuff because they're staying ahead of the curve. Now, and all boils down to managing your time, you know, spending time with other people that's going to help you level up, that you can learn from, or people that they may know that you can learn from them. Okay. You know, one thing that is really boggling my mind, though, like I started in the beginning of the video, is the fact that you have all these companies that are just making crazy loot, but they want to pay everybody small amounts of money. I don't even think the increase in wages each year have not been keeping up with the inflation. In my opinion, I could probably go dig some numbers and see exactly what it is. Haven't done that yet, but you could just feel it. You know, you could just feel it. A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. So, you know, follow people like me, listen to people like me. I listen to other people that are smarter than me. So it's like a trickle down effect. I don't have all the answers. You don't have all the answers, but I want to go find the person that has the answers. And if you're in my circle, I'm going to make sure we know the answers. But with that said, what I want to do now, okay, is I want to talk about the stock market. I want to take a look at some charts. Now, the S&P 500 is the main index that everybody follows. Right? It's about 500 stocks in there. And, you know, I believe I posted this chart on my social media, and I was talking about how we were on the cusp of breaking down, meaning selling off. And I had mentioned that if the market sells off, if you have a 401k, you're going to see your 401k go down. If the market breaks out after the Trump inauguration, you're going to see your 401k go up in value. So one of the things that happened was that we had like a little fake breakdown below this 5,800 level, I would call it, and then we popped right back up. So if you were thinking that we were going to go down, guess what? You're stuck now. And when you get stuck in a position like this that you think we're going to go down, well, in our industry, we call that you're selling short. You're betting it's going to go down. And when you're on the wrong side of the bet, you got to cover that bet. It means you got to buy it back. And that's why we have had this big move back up. So now today we had, you know, Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. And we also had the Trump inauguration. And so far, things are holding up in the futures market. Well, they were holding up. I know they sold off a little bit. And don't mind all the drawings I have on the charts. You know, all these things kind of mean something to me and how I kind of manage things on my end. But so far, the markets are still holding up pretty positive after the inauguration. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So what we're going to be watching is the market, the S&P 500, to see if we're actually going to try to get above this 60-50 level, right? And if we cannot get above that level, we might sell all the way back down here towards 58.50. Really, we're just in a big range. And I know this is going over some of your guys' heads, so I'm just going to keep it real simple. Some of the stocks that will benefit now that Trump is president. Okay, I don't care what your views are or how you look at it. We're just trying to make some of that moolah, right? We're trying to make some of that money. So some of the stocks that are going to benefit are definitely going to be tech stocks, right? I mean, Trump has Elon Musk next to him, so you want to keep an eye on, you know, on stocks like Tesla, right? This is a daily chart, so every candlestick you see on the chart represents like a day's worth of action, right? And what you know, all right, what you should know is that you want to buy stocks low. When they go up, you sell them high. When they pull back, you buy them back. When they go back up, you sell them high again. That's an uptrend, right? When stocks are, you know, going down, right? They're in a downtrend, right? This is called a downtrend. It's going down, right? And you could bet for stocks to go up or down. I'm not going to get into all that, but I'm just going to give you guys an idea of some of the stocks that could benefit from Trump being in office now, right? We discussed Tesla. Let me clear this chart up for us here. But we discussed Tesla, right? Everybody's talking about the auto, what is it, robot driving, robo cars. Let me clear this up real quick. Drawing is clear. Call it naked. It's a naked chart. All right, so this stock has pretty much been going up. The stock has pretty much been going up. It came down to this 380 level. They've been buying it, trading in like a little range right here between 480 and 380. If they have earnings coming out in a couple weeks as well, or like in 2 weeks. But this is a stock that is most likely going to benefit because Elon Musk is right next to Trump. He's going to be whispering in his ear like, yo, we need this, we need that. So keep an eye on this. One of the other stocks that pretty much has been showing a little bit of weakness when you look at tech stocks overall is Apple. Apple came out with some news that, sales are slowing down in China. China's coming out. China has their own phones. They actually have good technology as well. But now Apple's starting to lose market share in China. So this is a stock that you may want to stay away from, right? And that if Trump does, in fact, come out with tariffs, meaning that he's charging he's charging China or these Chinese companies a fee to sell products in the USA. You guys know what tariffs is, right? If not, do your research. This is going to pretty much drive the revenue down to the money that Apple makes. It's going to lower the amount of revenue they bring in, right? So that's probably why that's actually why the stock went lower last week based off of some of that news. Okay. Some stocks that are going to benefit as well that look pretty good, are stocks like Amazon. We don't know if they're going to try to help these companies, right? Or let me rephrase that. We don't know how the economy is going to go moving forward now that we have a new president in office, right? I mean, some of the different laws and things that he's going to change, these executive orders, they may benefit, the whole economy, such as I believe there's something along the lines of he wants to make it where you don't, where some people that I guess work in the restaurant industry, they don't have to pay federal income tax on their tips. Well, guess what? Guess which company that's going to help? That's going to help Amazon, right? A lot of people buy stuff on Amazon. That's going to help That's going to help Amazon bring in more revenues because now people are going to have more money to buy things from them. So you have a nice little move up earlier this year. I'm sorry, actually mid last year popped up. It's pulling back. So that's something that looks pretty good right there too. So Amazon, Tesla, Apple's a little bit shaky. Chinese stocks, right? If these tariffs don't get passed, then these Chinese stocks are going to move, in my opinion, higher. Everyone shops on Alibaba. A lot of people do buy and resell with Alibaba stuff. So they're making money, this company. It's just the fact that the Chinese government, they like to put their hands into a lot of things. All right, it's a communist country. But they can ease up on some of the things that they make these companies do, or some of the control they have over these companies. And these companies that are actually making tons of money will actually be able to flourish, and some of that's going to trickle into a lot of that's going to trickle into their stock price, and then they'll be able to, you'll be able to capitalize on this, right? So if we take a look at a longer term chart, meaning that each candlestick right here represents a month of trading. I know this is like, you guys are like, what the hell? This is going over our head, Chris, but you got to learn this stuff, right? I mean, Alibaba was like a $320 stock. Now it's all the way down here at 80. And if you take a look at this, it's been going sideways since 2021. Mind you, the whole time they've been making money. They just have the government of China just has a lot of restrictions on these companies, right? It's a communist country. So if they could, if they could help these companies a little bit by changing some of their laws or doing something, these companies have a lot of opportunity to the top side. So these are some of the stocks that I'm looking at moving forward. Again, do your own research. I see some opportunities here. And what else are we going to? What else we're going to discuss? Google, right? Well, actually, let's talk about NVIDIA. Let's talk about the computer chip companies. These companies as well. right? They've been on fire. Let me clear this chart up. I have a lot of my little analysis on here. Let me see here. Drawings, create drawing set. Naked. All right, NVIDIA. Now this stock right here has pretty much been on a tear, right? It's been going up since the past couple of years now. $15 all the way to 137. Mind you, they did a couple of stock splits, meaning that when the price was like at $500 or actually like $1,000, it did like, I believe, like a 10-to-1 stock split. So now you divide that $1,000 stock price by 10. Now the stock is worth $100. I mean, the company's still worth that big amount. They're still worth, the billions or, the billions of dollars that they're worth, but they just lowered their stock price to make it more accessible for, people that can't go out there and buy $1,000 stock. This happened like a while back, I believe, right? Or probably like right here, we see this little logo. Yeah, they did a 10-to-1 stock split. You can see they did a 10-to-1 stock split back here in June of 2024. But this company really now, after having this big run, it's kind of just been trading a little bit sideways. But computer chips are not going anywhere. If the next wave is AI and the next wave is, cars, robo cars, you need computer chips. And so far, NVIDIA is a leader. Now, I actually got burnt on this stock, which is why I had to leave Puerto Rico, to be quite frank with you, which is all good. You got to take risks, right? So I actually got burned on this stock. Took me out the game a little bit. Had to come back and regroup. But, we back to the money, baby. So we can't complain. You got to take those chances. But NVIDIA's a stock that actually looks pretty good, right? I'm watching it. If it can get, back above, say, the middle of this range, and we have the tech stocks, the NASDAQ continue to stay strong, which they've been the leading index and the leading stocks and industries, then this could probably go back up towards the highs. But a couple stocks I wanted to name. The main thing that I wanted to point out in this video, I wanted to show you guys some charts. I'm still trying to get my mojo right with doing these videos, but the main thing I'm trying to point out is that there's money out there to be made. Plug in with the right people. Take risks. Do your research. I had some guy come install my TV on the wall, right? Mount the TV on the wall. And I found out that he does crypto. He taught me some things. And I was telling him about options trading, futures trading, and all this other stuff that I discussed. So with that said, I learned something from him. I was able to share some information with him. He shared some information with me. And now I have someone in my network that I could tap into if I have a question on crypto, or if I want to learn about how to trade the certain coin. Like if I would have met him like a month ago, I probably would have been able to help some of my family or some of my friends, make some money in those crypto coins, things along those lines. But again, these jobs ain't paying enough money, man. Inflation's picking up. You got to find a way to tap into a network. I can't stress that enough. So you have your boy Coop. Come holler at me. Give me a shout. I'm on the corporate hustle, but I'm also on the entrepreneurship hustle. So we're going to keep it moving and grooving. Slacking, never lacking. Let's get to this paper, folks. Give me a shout. Peace.